So to kickstart this conversation, it'd be great to hear from you, Terry. How do you define digital age risk, and how do you feel about the conversation we're about to have?
I'm just really excited to be with you again. Your energy level always takes mine to the next level. So digital age risk is really about the environment that we work in, socialize in. It's the basis of our global economy and our national security, right? It's everything that's interconnected. And so the fact that we've moved all our work to that environment means that we have taken on ourselves great enablement and a lot of risk at the same time. So when we started driving cars, right? Great transportation, but risks came with it. And I think it's a similar analogy.
And how do you feel about the conversation when we think about, time is not on our side when it comes to surviving the digital age?
We're moving at the speed of technology, the speed of software development, which is literally minutes, hours, right? So we don't have decades like we did with the automobile industry. We're already a decade behind. We're already, right, in debt, in digital age risk debt. And so I just don't understand why everyone doesn't have a sense of urgency about addressing digital age risks starting today, personally, for your company, for your organization.
And so from a technical and solution architecture point of view, why is it absolutely crucial that we understand the difference between digital age risk and cybersecurity?
I think it's critical that everyone understands how digital age risks impact their companies and their businesses. From my standpoint, wearing the technical hat, I see digital age risk as a mechanism, as a tool for the bad actors to take advantage of, right? So from a business standpoint, when you look at it from that standpoint, what we're doing right now, or a lot of companies are doing right now, is responding to that threat. So it's never a proactive engagement. It's always a reactive engagement to the risks that these bad actors are taking advantage of at the end of the day. And it's human nature. Technologies change, bad actors change to take advantage of the changing environment. So I think it's really important that companies focus on and accepting that change as a norm and make it as their regular business practice to adjust accordingly.
Many of the most publicly discussed cyber threats in Australia, such as the Accellion data breach, which exposed several large Australian firms, including Service New South Wales and the Australian Securities and Investment Commission, really demonstrate that Australia is in fact a target. And I think this is quite confronting for a lot of Australians because we have the convenience of knowing that we have a relatively high quality of life. So many of us probably wonder, well, how could it be so possible that we're vulnerable in cyberspace if we have a high quality of life? But in any case, we need to move beyond that. Now, Terry, I've previously heard you describe Australia as having a trifecta value proposition for the bad guys in cyberspace. So in your experience, including in the US Navy as the Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence, what is your message to Australia on this matter? And what do you mean by trifecta value proposition to the bad guys in cyberspace?
Well, the good news is you have a great local and global economy, right? You also are strategically located with some state actor bad guys who want to take advantage of your overall location. And you're seen as aligned with the Western world, whether you are or not. So bad guys kind of go, by the way, they only go after the money. So the most important piece is your economy, right? And so as a result of that environment, you are a perfect target, and it's proving out, especially over the last 2 to 3 years, it has grown exponentially each year.
A huge thank you to Terry Roberts, who is the CEO and founder of WhiteHawk, Sue Kim, who is the COO and CTO of WhiteHawk, and of course, Trent Primer, who is the head of trading at Barclay Pierce Capital. Thank you all very much for joining me today. I trust the audience enjoyed this conversation as much as I have. If you'd like to discover more about WhiteHawk, please go on over to their website and please do check out the particulars of their cyber risk program approach. You've very clearly heard from them today as to their advice on how to take the right first step for your organization, regardless as to where you're at. And if you'd like to explore investment opportunities with WhiteHawk, we encourage you to go and contact Barclay Pearce Capital.